Loved, Jorge.
Nice
to be loved.
I can feel him, yeah.
He is loved.
Welcome, everybody, to the May 18th Community Redevelopment Agency meeting. We will call the meeting to order. Bob, I will... Oh, you know what? I got to do citizen input. Is there anyone here wishing to come forward and speak to any item that's not already on the agenda? Seeing or hearing none. Come back to regular business. We have the draft minutes from March 23rd. The CRA meeting. Any changes? Okay, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Vice Mayor Twarnga and Commissioner Walker. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. And then we'll go to the Community Redevelopment Agency Advisory Committee membership recommendations, which are moving alternate members Barbara Berman and Kimberly Platt to partial regular membership to terms ending March 1st. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Bob?
Yes, Mayor. Bob Ironsmith, Director of Economic Development. Actually, we have Barbara Berman in the audience. She's a resident. Both her was an alternate, and Kim Plant. Then we had Platt, the resignation of Renee Johnson, who had served on the committee for a long time, and of course the unfortunate passing away of Wendy Barmore. So that's why we have the two alternates we want to move up. And Barbara's been great and gracious. She's been part of Wellington Townhomes for quite some time and has watched the Gateway, and she has come on board, and we're excited to have her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, can I have a motion to approve those two appointments?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Franny and Commissioner Gao, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Welcome to the committee. Thank you for your service. All right, then we have the Community Redevelopment Agency Annual Independent Audit.
Yes, and Mayor, we have consultant Jeff Wolf here, and we also have Ross Adair to answer any questions that you might have relative to the audit. And we'll be able to tell you it's clean. There was no significant findings, so we're very happy about that.
So, Jeff?
Yeah.
Welcome back for the 50th time that you've been here.
I'm back. Good
We
to see
know you.
Sorry I missed you a few weeks ago,
That's okay.
but I'm glad to be back. I'll be real brief.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hey, don't feel bad. I say
It's
the
usually me,
same thing to Jorge. It's accountants and engineers are long-winded. I'm just teasing with you.
That's
she's
quite all
not.
right. I'll go right into the reports. You know, as expected, it is a clean audit, no findings or anything noted. So I'll just kind of touch on the reports and I'll take any questions. But first, page 1 is the independent auditor's report. That is the report on whether the financial statements are materially correct. That was, again, an unmodified opinion, which is the highest level of assurance that you can receive. The next report is on page 22, is our report on internal control and financial reporting. Now, government auditing standards requires us to test internal controls, however, not enough to render opinion, but if we found any material weaknesses or significant deficiencies in control, they would be noted here, but as you can see, no findings, no issues noted. The next report, and this is kind of an important report, is our independent accountant's report, and this relates to compliance with Florida statutes with investments and the statutes that govern CRAs. So again, no findings, no issues noted, and ultimately, really what that means is, you know, the revenue is being collected properly, and the expenditures are being spent in accordance with the plan and also Florida statutes. So that's kind of a key report. And lastly is our Auditor General required management letter. Here, it would just discuss anything, if any improvements or management letter comments, but again, this is a clean report, no findings, issues noted. That's all I really need to cover, but so that I did keep that brief, but if there's any discussion on the audit or questions, I'd be more than happy to answer those.
All right, well, let me look to my colleagues. Anybody have any questions? Questions?
I had one question. So when you were here with the meeting that was without the mayor and I and the guy, it was just the men commissioners, did they do okay, or?
They passed, but
Okay.
we definitely missed you.
Yeah. I don't actually have any questions about the audit.
Oh, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Because I get my head, I hear it in my head, and I'm like, nope, you're going to get yourself in trouble. You are on TV. Be nice.
Yes, we are.
We're very happy.
No, and we're very appreciative of the gentleman taking a hold of the reins. Thank you
I
very
believe
much.
we were able to gavel in and gavel out, so,
Yes,
you know.
yes. Thank you. Any other questions? All right, anybody from the audience wish to come forward and speak? Okay, I need a motion to accept this audit report.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Commissioner Walker and Commissioner Gao. Any final comments from anyone? Thank
Well
you.
done.
What?
Yeah, thank you. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Thank you. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Bob. Thank you to your entire team for keeping all those controls in place, and thanks for staying on us. We've been very happy with your service.
Thank you.
You have to know that.
Happy to serve.
I'm sure that Les has told you that and others, but we have been very satisfied with your service.
Thank you.
All right.
Agreed. And we're very happy that, some communities don't always have no findings.
Especially for CRAs.
Yeah, especially on the East Coast. So
Yes.
we're very
Well,
happy.
it is important to highlight that some of the potential legislation coming out of Tallahassee was because of some of that, not us. And I still say we have the most successful CRA in the state.
I think we do.
And this is just another example, a good, clean audit, doing things right. So, and that's what's intended. So I think it's important to highlight that.
Very good. Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
All right, our next item is the Community Redevelopment Agency Advisory Committee Chair Report. Mr. Freeborn.
Chair Freeborn, Chair John.
Commissioners and Mayor, John Freeborn. This will be a really, really brief report because you've already covered everything that we talked about at our May 3rd meeting, which was held in the new City Hall and was very delightful. But the main thing we talked about was we had very newly appointed alternates that we immediately moved into permanent positions, which you've just done. And then we discussed the audit, which you've just done. So I really have very little to talk about except we were recommended, and I'm sure some of us didn't watch the Government in the Sunshine video that Nikki Day did as city attorney, which I did. And at our next meeting, we're going to come up with 2 new members for the alternate positions, which we vacated due to the positions. And we had a presentation by Rich Batters for a development called Kalamata Townhomes on the corner of Virginia and Milwaukee, just immediately to the north of the new City Hall. And there were no questions, and I don't think we had to, did we agree with it, or do we have to?
Yeah, you supported it.
Yeah, we supported it, that's all.
Is that where that,
There's a little house on the corner.
Corner of Milwaukee.
oh, so they would
north-
take that
northwest.
away?
Yeah,
Yes.
northwest corner of Milwaukee and Virginia.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And it's two-story buildings that will be there.
Yeah, initially they had looked at 3 and staff got them to go to 2 because of mass.
And then Bob updated us on the downtown landscaping plan with a
good to see
delightful PowerPoint, the paver enhancement, which is starting in front of Casatina, the facade grant increase from 5,000 to 7,500, and we went over the fiscal year 24 budget. So that was
Sounds
that was
good.
it. And then we talked about somebody's going to be bringing beverages to our meeting or something. Anyway.
Oh, well,
That's
I don't
okay.
recall that one. So, yeah, no.
We didn't hear it.
That's all we heard.
Yeah. didn't you?
It didn't say that it was going to be alcoholic beverages.
No, but, that's where mine goes right away.
That's where it goes right away.
Right.
Well, the Caladisi room is right next to the snack bar, so I think.
I know. There you go.
Going.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to set up an account. Somebody's gonna have to do that for me. I mean, I went in there with a $5 bill and I couldn't use it.
Oh, my.
It annoyed the heck out of me. I had cash and I could not use cash, and it was like, okay. And then you
Wave of the future.
and then you have to set up a whole preliminary account. You just can't stick your card in. I was so annoyed, I walked away from it and said, somebody will help me with this at some point.
Are you gonna get a snack
they
or
removed
chips
the
or
physical-
something?
I was gonna get a snack.
So it's probably better for you than you did.
Stop.
You didn't eat a bat
Yeah.
potato chips, right?
I was gonna get my favorite cheese peanut butter crackers that I don't eat very often. I almost grabbed them anyway. Said somebody will help me pay for them later, and then I didn't. Okay, anybody have questions for John? Yes,
I have
ma'am.
a question. So, this is really, I guess, for both of you, but probably more for Bob. So the 4-unit development, so again, it doesn't come to us, 4 units.
Right.
It's gonna look good, right? Because
Yes.
this is on you guys, right?
Yeah, it is. Architecture's gonna look good, yes.
Okay.
Good looking
On bo-
project.
On both sides of the street, like both,
Yes, yes, it will.
Cool. Good, thank you.
I think it's going to have a Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mediterranean feel.
It has some details
Yeah.
of the roof line and tile, it's going to be a tile roof.
Yeah, it's some Greek heritage that they wanted to represent with the Mediterranean.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they're shielding the parking too, underneath the building.
Thank you. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. All right, Bob, you going to take us into the landscape master plan?
First, I'm just going to give you a quick view of something we presented to the Board of Finance yesterday.
Do you want me to maneuver there?
Yeah, certainly. We gave a quick presentation to the Board of Finance. Just want to show you a little bit of some of the different things we're working on. Some of these things do cross over from the CRA to our Economic Development Department, and we're just going to run through them quick. But I think one of the major things I wanted to get across to you today is we're basically doing projects that create a sense of place, and that's what you're going to see in this title as soon as Jeannie gets this up. There you go. Oh, you got to move it over a little bit, I guess. That's strange. Okay. Yeah, we're a little perplexed by that too. But it's basically what it's doing as soon as, can you get that? We need James, I guess. Okay. I hear the door opening. I think he's probably coming.
Yep, he's coming.
You just need to drag it over and then maximize it.
Help. Help. Thanks, man. Of course. It's just a pictorial graphic collage of various projects that we've been working on, both in CRA and also ED. Just real quickly, the one on the left is landscape median in front of, on Patricia by KFC. We got the proposed parking garage here at Station Square. We got the interim plan for this building here. Of course, you see the gateway. In the middle slide there, in the middle is Meats Materials. We just finished up that project. We're really excited about getting that open. We're creating about 58 parking spots there. Coca-Cola we continue to work on. And can you move it up just a little bit, Jeannie? The bottom's kind of cut off. There you go. And you're seeing the Costatina Main Street streetscape. We're going to show you that in a little bit more detail. And then, of course, Skinner Boulevard.
Any questions for Bob on any of those?
Nope.
I do. I have a question.
Certainly. Certainly.
I drove past the Meats Materials lot.
Mm-hmm.
There is a fence that's going to go up there, right?
Fence
On
where?
the front?
No, I know. I heard that from Joe McHale today, too, and Al McHale. No, there's no parking there. You mean in the front on Main Street?
Yes.
No, there is.
There was a black fence.
There's decorative railing there on the Main Street side.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I
There's-
don't think it's there.
Okay, I'll take a look. I thought there was
I
decorative
don't think
railing
it's put up yet, is what I'm saying.
there. I'll have to go take a
It was
look.
taken down.
And the pavement didn't look like normal pavement.
No, it's not. It's millings.
Millings.
It is millings. If you remember, we had a cost consideration on that, and this was phase one to do it with millings. And then at a later date, we were looking to make it more permanent with asphalt and finish up a design. So these are millings, asphalt grounded up.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think what the mayor's asking, Bob.
It just didn't look like it was finished to me. It didn't,
I think-
it wasn't pretty, that was for sure.
I think what she's saying is we had the railings on the western portion, but where the building was itself, I think her question is, are the railings going to go there? The decorative
No, I'm
fencing.
talking about Main Street. I'm talking about, oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had the section that was the building proper itself, and then there was the portion that's further west, which did have, the metal railings in between the columns. I believe her question is, are we going to have that decorative fencing back towards Milwaukee? Correct?
Back toward Milwaukee, no, toward Milwaukee. There's the brick wall there on the Milwaukee side, right? The stockade
Right.
fence,
I don't
the
know,
brick.
just go look at it. It doesn't look like it's finished. And I wouldn't have at all brought it up, other than the fact that you said you just completed it. And I just literally drove by it and thought, well, that's not quite done yet. That's, so,
We'll have to get with Keith. It is asphalt milling, so it's not going to look like real asphalt, that's for sure. That was the first phase, wanted to get it ready. As far as the railing aspect, I don't know, I'd have to talk to him.
I
There
didn't
was,
see any railing unless I just missed it completely.
I
I saw some wooden poles.
there is, isn't there on Main Street? There's black railing, low-level black railing on the Main Street side, yeah.
And it does have free parking.
There's a driveway cut right there. We'll have to take a look at it.
All right,
you know?
before, there was a black iron fence that went.
Yes, there was.
I thought we were putting that back. We're not putting that back?
I didn't think it ever came down.
I think Bob needs to check.
All right, y'all go check.
I'm gonna defer,
and
actually.
Let us know.
Gonna defer
I
to-
thought the black iron fence was going back
I'm going to
up
defer to Torres
along,
and
along
Keith, I don't know.
Main Street, because
so.
it was very attractive.
Yeah, she's talking about the
There's still
metal
black-
railing fence that was between the brick columns, right? And
Yeah.
then
There's still
as you
black-
go from that
It's not
end,
there.
as you go from that endpoint back towards Milwaukee where the building
Sorry.
was,
Yeah.
there was no fencing, right? Because that was parking lot.
Yeah. There's a driveway cut in there. There's a concrete driveway
Okay,
cut.
y'all
we
figure
just-
it out.
let's just
Y'all
walk
will
down the
figure it
street
out and let us
We should,
know.
it'd be easier, we'd pick
I
up.
think we
And
need to
again,
tell
I totally would not have brought it up.
Let's go, we'll go walk it, but no, listen.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna eat my dinner.
You know, this was
It's not that important.
this was a great project that got done in-house
Yeah.
with Jorge and his staff. We saved a lot of money.
No, we
It's
did.
adding a
We're
lot of
very
parking.
thankful.
It's pretty cool, so we'll take a look at that.
Will it
and
have
also
the
think-
white painted lines in there? 'Cause I
No,
didn't
because
see
it's
those
millings.
There'll be
milling.
wheel stops to define it.
either. Yeah, but you wouldn't put the, I mean,
You can't put it on there because of the turning radius on the millings will take away the striping. It
Gotcha.
won't stay.
okay,
So the wheel
thank
stops
you.
define the stalls.
Okay. Landscape master plan.
Okay, now.
Sorry.
A
I
little
didn't mean to pull
deficit
it,
here.
Deborah.
Craig Wilson prepared this, which is great. He's on vacation. Vince is on vacation, so
That's
we're going to go
okay.
ahead and try to run with this. They, Hunter Booth had done a design, landscaping, Parks had met with them. They want to come up with some native species. We're going to show you some great colors and some nice little graphics that Craig put together. So, Jeannie, this is the kind of the first phase. This is Main Street, Virginia. And this is kind of where the corner is going toward the west. This is kind of where Garth Park kind of starts at the end right there.
Dr.
Go-
Zervos's office.
Yeah, and they're out there actually doing some plantings now, but go ahead, Jeannie, hit some of those buttons for us. You got some beautiful color. I think is that Ixora? I can't read that too well. But,
Yes.
that's Ixora, okay.
So everything in green is going to have.
Yeah, it's good. So everything in green will be Ixora. It's going to be a nice color. It's going to add quite a bit to the downtown Main Street side. And we got more. Not all these buttons will hit, but we got, this is nice. I actually was interested in this myself. This is a Creek Castle tree, which is just beautiful purple. Pretty hard to get, but Craig is able to find a nursery that has this. This is going to add a lot of color also. This is firebush, dwarfed firebush, and this will also, again, add color. Part of the goal was to add color and also keep it native and also be lower maintenance. I think that's, I don't know which one is this. Oh, Blue Days. Blue
Yeah,
Days, I
everybody
see
has
it.
that.
Yeah, again, color.
Cover.
Color was important. We wanted to make sure we had color in the downtown. And of course, that is a Kunti palm, the kind of basic that we see in downtown. So I know, I'm looking at it, right?
I was going to say, you didn't know that, you just read it right.
I
You're kind of showing signs of that.
did. I know. That's why I need the parks guys here, you know, I really need the
Yeah,
parks.
it's fine. We get the drift. None
All
of
right.
us know it either.
But that was part of it. We have another phase here too. So Jeannie's going to hit a few more buttons. This is the area right in front of the living room. This is the median, the island that is there. And Jeannie's going to hit a few buttons here so we can show you some of the colors.
So this is the median or the,
This is the median. And the palms that are out there now, which kind of serve the life, this is going to be a medjool palm that will go in that place. A nice tall medjool, which we've used elsewhere in the downtown.
yes.
That I do know because I have it at my house. That is bromeliads. So I didn't even look, but they also add a lot of color. I have the bromeliads myself.
Yes, I have them
I'm
too.
more of a green side up guy.
There you go. All right, gold mound. I didn't know that one, but that one had color too. There you go. Some I know, some I don't. And what is that one? Dwarf?
Dwarf Carissa.
Okay.
These are pretty.
I like that one. I think it's pretty cool with the grass. I think that had a nice color, a little burst of color. Any more buttons? Oh, yeah, that's a tree. You know, I do know this one too because I looked at it.
Yeah, that's a tree. I agree. That's a tree.
This is a winged elm. This is what you have at City Hall.
Jorge, is this the kind of meeting you run?
I should come more often, this is fun. This is entertaining.
Last
There
meeting?
you go.
Okay, where is that going to be?
You have several.
Oh, I see.
You have several at City Hall, and you're also going to have some here downtown. The winged elm. You got a
Okay.
couple on Wood Street.
At the City Hall, that's the new ones in the front, correct?
Yeah, there's a winged elm. You also have some on Wood Street. That's the Blue Days again. It's just a great ground cover. So it kind of gives you an idea.
So you said phase 1 and 2. Tell us when is phase 1 being done and when is phase 2 being done?
Now. Go ahead.
Phase 1 is now.
Phase 1 is now, and we'll be moving along with Phase 2. It'll probably go from Highland up to Milwaukee. That'll be phase 2.
Oh,
It's
so this is
very
all phase
fluid. Yeah, it's all phase 1.
happening now.
Phase 1A was, we should mention, that was Pioneer Park.
We
Right.
did that independent because we were redoing the
Right.
Pioneer Park.
I should mention Trevor Davis, Economic Development.
Really?
Yeah, and Bob doesn't want me to talk too much. My voice, let me explain. The NBA playoffs are going on, and my wife keeps telling me they can't hear you screaming, Trevor. Well, that's the reason my voice is like this today. I would just like to mention that the property, we probably remember it as Ollie's property on Main Street. It's now owned by Wolfgang's Bakery. They are kind enough to allow us to remove trees on their property, and we will be filling those trees in with the elm and the winged elm and the holly. So they were kind enough to, and then that'll form a canopy from the right-of-way onto their property, and it'll give us some nice shade in that area. But they were very kind to allow us to do that.
It's an improvement to their property, too. It's an improvement to the downtown, so we're pretty happy to get that accomplished.
Okay. Any
Yeah, okay.
questions for these guys?
What we're trying to do is really brighten that area up, and I think with what our help from arborist, we're going to do it.
All right, any questions for,
Just one.
sure.
You think there should be more cootie palms? Seems like we're not enough, no, just kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
No, actually, I do have one question about, but you probably don't know, but I asked Jennifer, I just want to keep it on the table, at City Hall, what are the trees right out in front on Loudon? Do you know? Do you guys know?
I think those are some the larger trees, you mean?
Yeah, the ones that, there's like 4 of them right in front.
Yeah, I believe those are winged elms.
So how high do they get? Do you know?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I think they get up to about 20 feet, 25 feet.
Well, I mean, I was just kind of bringing the attention, like what we plant today, we kind of got to visualize, because I just didn't want something that, it's a beautiful building, so you don't want some trees to overtake. I planted extra oak in my
Honey, nothing is going to overtake that building. It's,
well, oak trees
is
can
not-
really overtake a building, and then you can't take them down because you love your trees.
Yeah,
So I'm
no,
just,
It is
I
not
think
the
the
same
building's
as an oak
fine.
tree.
yeah,
It's
it's
not-
pretty tall.
And
Okay.
it's far enough away
we're
from
not
the
going to be
building.
here
It's
20
not
years
up
from now,
against the
just asking
building.
the
It's-
experts, so.
Hey, I plan to still be here.
Well, I'm going to be here too, but I'm just saying, we're not going to be.
We won't be decision makers, no, but we'll be taxpayers.
Yeah, devil's in the detail.
It doesn't
All
grow
I'm
like-
asking
It
is,
does not grow like an oak tree.
huh?
Citizen input.
Yes, citizen input.
Does not grow like an oak tree. So we're-
Any other questions
That's-
for Bob?
No, I just,
Or
I
comments,
Excuse me,
or?
don't dismiss.
I like the comment. I like the bushes and the color, but I really like the trees. We need more shade downtown.
Yeah, we're going to show you something else that we're looking to get shade. Yep, we agree. Shade and color is where we're trying to get to.
Okay, so I have to bring this up, and you knew it was coming.
But let's talk.
Yep.
No.
No, he knew it was coming, but anybody that's been to Toronto has talked about this. We want our hanging plants.
My response is understand. I know some people are doing, of course, Florida and Toronto are way different climates.
I get it.
And we explored
But
this
even
with
if
Duke.
it's spring and fall.
We explored this with Duke in 2018. They did not support it. And now recently, there's been franchise negotiations that took place actually with Commissioner Freeney and Jorge. And again, Duke had kind of a response that it was, I believe, it was kind of cost prohibitive, right, Jorge? It was where we were.
Yeah, I mean, as far as, there's a cost to install them and a monthly ongoing cost for the hanging baskets, and then there's an actual design fee associated per pole to make sure that they are wind resistant and can withstand storm events. So that was not part of the negotiation as far as a cost that Duke was willing to absorb. Again, it is pretty cost prohibitive on a pole-by-pole basis, and that doesn't
I'm
include.
looking at you.
Well, I mean, I've always felt the climate's different. I
Oh,
mean,
it's
it's great
totally
in Toronto.
different.
Worry about,
Totally
how we
different.
would get them watered and the labor issues for our staff, which are over, it's already tough. So, I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. They're beautiful there. But I just, it was like this big engineering study for the poles and how the weight-bearing piece of it. But, I'm not trying to tell you why it can't happen, but I think there's reasons that, it could be They do a lot of work to get them, and then they'll be hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you first brought your landscape plan to us a long, long time ago, 3-4 years ago, I remember, you all had talked about possibly doing potted flowers in different places.
Merchant.
Or, right? Where is all of that?
Merchants didn't really jump on that too much.
Yeah.
And then we decided that we needed to, and the maintenance of the problem, like when we talked to Tina, she had a hard time maintaining any pots that she had out there. So that's why we decided to go ahead and get more color ourselves into the downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we feel we showed you today. I mean, we had blue, you had pink, you had orange, you had all these different colors.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was just thinking of.
Yeah, because remember they were talking about putting
in
groups
front
of pots
Yep.
in different places.
Yeah, yeah, and I think part of the problem too is right-of-way considerations too, how
Okay.
wide the brick is. Okay.
Hey, I'm nothing but consistent.
You know, I think we can review that.
Hey,
Trevor,
let's see what all this looks like, you
Yeah,
know?
let's see where we get to.
Yeah, we'll see what we get with this and see where there's if there's anything missing, we'll know, right?
Trevor, did you?
I'm not complaining in any way, I'm just trying
I
to
think
keep
it's a-
up with what
Yeah.
I remember we discussed.
I think it's a good start. Let's see where we get to. The next one is, this is a project that we been working on, got designed. This is the Main Street Sidewalk project, kind of in front of Costatinas. This runs from the Pinellas Trail to Douglas Avenue. We had it engineered and designed by consultant DRMP. We just went out for bids on it, and what I want to do is show you this. I guess this is one where we're definitely trying to get some shade. Go to the next one, Jeannie. What we have out there today is a sidewalk that doesn't function as well as we'd like from a
Right.
walkability perspective. We'd like to certainly get on this quickly, and we'd like to do this project during the summer when it's this low time. The cross slope is a little bit, as you know, as you walk it, isn't as comfortable as it should be. Go ahead. I mentioned to you the limits from the Pinellas Trail all the way to Douglas. This is on the south side. This is opposite of the Ocean Optics. And the goal here was to replace the sidewalk, get landscaping, get some shade trees, and make it a lot more attractive place. Right now, it's a little bit downtrodden out there. I'm going to go ahead and show you. This just shows you the plantings that are going to go in there. We got some color, and we're getting some shade. I'm going to go ahead and show that with you on the next slide. These are some live oaks. We're looking to do that in a landscape median. We're going to take up one parking spot, and there's some existing landscaped islands there, one by GW Salon, one over there by Skips. And we were putting in silver cells, which will allow these oak trees to really be nice. We are trying to go ahead and get some shade and cool this area down. That gives you an idea of some of the landscaping that'll go in. There's the liriope with the purple and some of the other considerations, saw palmetto and mundo grass. It's going to be a nice, attractive place, and we're kind of excited about this project. Again, you see some of the colors that are coming through there.
What was that first one, Bob?
By the way, I'll just tell you, I hate the palmetto.
Okay.
By the way, I love the palmetto.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, it's a stand.
No opinion, huh?
It's an inside joke.
Okay.
I don't like those, and I don't like, there's certain palm trees that we
No,
have
we know
around
it.
town that I hate.
No,
It's an
there's-
inside joke.
You're
No,
well aware.
no, Mayor, it's not inside, it's on everyone's desk. No
Oh, I know,
sable palm-
don't ever recommend this if the mayor's a part of
Absolutely.
it.
No sable palms and no
They're
crepe
ugly.
myrtles. and no
They
crepe
are
myrtles.
ugly,
So there you go.
and they scratch you if you rub up against them.
There you go.
I agree.
We're looking to have some more electrical outlets out there, which would be nice. We're also looking to have some uplighting on this and some bubblers to keep some of the maintenance and landscaping going. We originally had 371 budgeted for this project. This, like all projects, coming in higher than what's expected. We feel that we have some additional funds in the CRA and also through some value engineering that we can make this project work. And this is scheduled to go before the commission on June 6th for bid award, and we're working on that right now.
Nice.
That just gives you a schedule. We need to move fairly quickly if we do this project. Again, it's proposed because of don't want to be in there during the peak prime time. We want to be out of there by really toward the mid-October. If we go past that, it becomes a real problem for the merchants and restaurants and things that are out there. We've already had a public meeting with the property owners that would be affected. We wanted to share with them that obviously during construction, it's going to be inconvenient. We want to make sure that we maintain opening for their businesses. They all understood that. They understood it's going to be inconvenient, but they realized when it's done, it's going to look great. So again, the bids came in higher than what's expected, so we're trying to work toward how we close this gap. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have on this project. This is kind of the core for the CRA. This is kind of one of the streetscaping projects that we do.
Questions or comments or anything? Yes?
So it's right where the picture is, the picture you're showing. The very first picture.
Oh, first one, yeah, this is from the trail
Right.
going toward Skips and wrapping around the corner a little bit, yeah.
So, Bob, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but, so we went out and we did a master lighting plan, and we haven't actually seen it yet. I know that's under Vince. Do you know how this jives with that?
Well, we were looking to do with that, I don't know what Vince has, but we're looking to do what they did at City Hall, which is uplights, and then have electrical outlets for the ability to do anything else in additional too.
Okay, I just would suggest
Yeah.
maybe talking to Vince and just, you know, and we haven't seen it, so I don't know how.
No, I don't know, but like City Hall's done, we're looking to do uplights,
Yeah.
and then we're looking to have more electrical outlets, so that we have, options. So that's what we're looking to do on this one. Those Victoria palms will go, those trees will go, and Costina knows that, just so you know.
The tall ones?
The tall ones will go, because the grade changes in order to make this project work.
Gotcha.
Oh, they're wrapped, palms are going, huh?
I'm sorry?
The ones that are wrapped with lights?
Yeah, those will go, and there'll be something in its place, yes. There's no way to do this with the grade changes that are out there, and the cross slope and the limited width that's there today. Okay?
I hate that, but I
There's
get it.
just no way.
Well, I will tell you, they're not, I mean, I appreciate your light part of it.
Right, no,
But-
it's the light part. you
But
know, I get it.
but
I totally get it.
I will tell you that those trees there and the ones that are on Douglas, go around the corner, they're never trimmed. You've got dead stuff hanging. If you drive either way, you got dead stuff hanging off, especially Douglas. If you go down Douglas, it's just nothing but dead stuff hanging off of it. I think we all have grown so accustomed to it that you don't think about it, but it's not maintained.
Yeah, I obviously defer, but I know they have some schedule in parks. I don't know what they do
I'm
once or
sure,
twice a year.
but I mean, look at your picture now. You can see all
Yeah,
the
no,
dead
I
stuff hanging
understand.
off of it, and that's on Main Street. So
Yeah, I understand.
it may be better that it's not there. Something that's more
I don't-
more of ability to be maintained.
Yeah, I don't think that's adding a lot of value to
It's
that
not.
edge, in my opinion. I
It's
think
not.
you're going to be very excited when we get this project
Yeah.
done. And you are going to lose one parking spot here for a tree. You can have a nice oak tree that goes in there. We're going to get some more shade in this area, which is what some of the merchants wanted to see, and I know it's been expressed by the commission too. So kind of the sustainability, resiliency, environmental.
Anybody else?
All right,
Okay, very good,
bring it back on the
very
6th.
good, yep.
Okay.
That's it for us. Any questions I can answer for you?
Any
on the-
other open-ended questions or things anybody wants to share?
Good.
Nope.
Great job.
Okay.
This is our last CRA meeting in this building, so.
It is, it is.
Join me in, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for all your hard work. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Boy, if this building could talk,
Yeah,
It does, 2 a.m. in the morning.
it does talk.
it does
I
talk.
think we could write a book, Bob.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. We're adjourned.